Good morning, everyone. How are you guys? Are you good? Our lesson today is parts of speech. Everybody should have known or learned something before about parts of speech. However, in grade 9, many other lessons, reading lessons, writing lessons, and grammar lessons, highly depend on parts of speech. It's a very important lesson. Thus, let's pay attention and work on each part of speech alone. Okay, among the parts of speech, the most important ones, we have major ones and minor ones. Of course, we're gonna start with the major ones. We have nouns. Everybody knows what nouns are, and we're going to go into details when we talk about nouns. Also, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, articles, determiners, and interjections. Um, I believe that most of you are familiar with most of them. Maybe some of you might tell me I don't know determiners, what is interjection, etc. Uh, we are going to know many things about each part of speech right now. As you see, guys, nouns. Um, in grade 9, it's easy to identify a noun. Everybody should understand and know that nouns can come in the beginning of the sentence before the verb, or after the verb. It can be called an object. Definitely, it can be the object of a preposition. So, for example, he walks on the street. So, the street comes after a preposition. It's also called a noun. As for pronouns, uh, for those who still don't know pronouns, but I believe you have taken them, those who need to know more about pronouns, pronouns are words that replace nouns. Instead of repeating the noun, for example, saying my father, my father, my father, we can replace this word by he. Instead of saying the tree, the tree, the tree, you can say it from time to time. Verbs are, it's a very huge lesson. We start usually teaching verbs from grade 1 and 2, reaching grade 12 and maybe upper. Verbs consist of two big lessons. We have action verbs and we have auxiliary verbs. Action verbs are verbs that need action, such as say, write, jump. And auxiliary verbs are, you know, is, was, verb to be, etc. When we talk about adjectives, everyone should understand that adjectives are of two kinds. We have opinion adjectives, such as beautiful, such as amazing, wonderful, and we have factual adjectives, these adjectives that everybody should agree on, such as the colors and the size, nationality, etc. As for adverbs, adverbs are words that answer the question how. So by when we ask the question how, for example, how did you feel? How did you lift it alone? How did you eat? Etc. So the answer should be an adverb. There are plenty of prepositions in English. However, we have the most common ones like in, on, at, and many others. We use them to link the words and to join them. So we're gonna discover the most important ones, which are in and on and at. Also, guys, there is something called conjunctions. From the word conjunction, we can understand that these are words that are used to link sentences, link words also together. Among them, we have the very common ones such as and, or, so, and but. We have kinds of conjunctions such as coordinating, subordinating, and correlatives. We're gonna know more about each when we start practicing. Definitely we use many conjunctions in our writing. Uh, Maybe we don't know that this word is called a conjunction. Rare, for example, few of us would know that uh, but is called is called a coordinating conjunction, for example. So we're gonna get introduced to these kinds of conjunctions, and we use them more clearly and easily. Articles are the easiest. Actually, in English we have three articles: a, an, and the. We use them most often in every sentence. We use a or an or the. Um, these, they don't have any other function. They just identify the word that we are working on or that you are using. Also, we have something called determiner, such as these are words these are words that determine the quantity of the noun that we are working on, or that you are writing, or that you are using. For example, instead of saying students came, we may say few students came. Okay. Finally, we have the last part of speech. We have it, which is called interjections. Interjections are separate words. They are special words, exceptional words. They don't have any function in English other than expressing some emotions, such as wow, such as ah, such as oops, etc. So we use them. When we use them, we should know that these are interjections, and usually the sentence ends with an exclamation mark.